Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Kyle Andrew with your sneak peek at next week, episode number 603 for comics originally coming out December I already forgot what I said. What was it? The 8th and the 9th?
Yeah, you said 8th and 9th, yes.
8th and the 9th. So before Drew and I get into what's coming out in your local comic book shops this coming Tuesday and this coming Wednesday, Drew, what else do we have in the world of comics?
Our good buddy Wade Ledden sent in a little email to us and says, hey, looks like we missed something. I love how he shares in the blame, even though it was our fault.
We missed something. He was fully prepared. You and I usually not.
Yes. So we missed something on Daredevil 25. They're already $25 on eBay, and there's a 1 in 25 that's over $100 as of Wednesday morning. Rumors have something happening with Elektra? ? Hopefully it is announcing another Elektra movie starring Jennifer Garner. Haha. Could this be one of those books you jump in on at a higher than cover from the secondary market? I'd guess. No. I guess it has a 35,000 print run. Thoughts? Does anyone put out estimated sales data anymore? I don't think our old source really does it anymore. If I don't write in before the holidays, have a good one and stay safe. So let's see. The first question is, we missed Daredevil.
Correct. And I don't know that we were supposed to know this at a time. This was something that once
I believe we did say, it's number 25.
Uh-huh.
Creators have started doing something on 25s and 50s and 75s, right?
Uh-huh.
But not all of them. So,
and this was our boy Chip, wasn't it?
This is Chip, yep. Zdarsky.
Thanks for the heads up, Chip.
And then he said, is this one of those that you would jump in on a higher than cover from the secondary?
No, because from what I've researched, it's, hey, Elektra's now Daredevil. That's not going to last. Nobody's going to care. I mean, we'll circle back to this at some point.
Yeah.
As we always do. But these are the things where it's like, Death of Damien. It's going to cool off.
Yeah.
Now, granted, that print run is enticing.
He does say he guesses 35,000 in print run, but we don't really know. Does anyone put out estimated sales data anymore? Yes, Comic-Con is doing a best they can do type of job. That is
lay off, man. We're doing what we can.
Yeah, it's like it's a guesstimate with a range of numbers. And then it's also an estimate of DC that they're trying to weave into the diamond guesstimates, which may or may not be more accurate. It doesn't seem super accurate. We haven't gone back to it in a while because it felt like it was really off. We'll touch base when the next one comes out, I guess. We'll touch base with it every couple of months, see what they say, but take it with a grain of salt. I don't know how he's compiling it. He doesn't really have any real data behind it. He's just, I think, contacts and math and algebra and
calling each and every store for the new.
Yeah, there's some of that going on, I'm guessing, and he's trying to put some numbers together. But since he's gone to this model, the numbers have jumped significantly to what they were in actuality when we had real numbers coming in. So I don't know what he's adding in there, if he's adding in markets that we never calculated before or what. But yeah, the folks at Comic-Con still put some sales data out. And it's interesting. It's all interesting to look at, but it just doesn't seem as legit as it used to. Even though that was flawed too. So it had stuff that was missing. So, but yeah, it's kind of out there. And I don't know if we'll ever get back to the good old days where we kind of could rely on it and weave it into your podcast as a regular segment every month. I don't know if we'll get there.
And another thing with this Daredevil 25 that I know you love, Drew.
Yeah.
So we have, the first appearance of Elektra as Daredevil, correct?
Right.
Well, King in Black also came out the same day. And she is in that on a splash page as Daredevil.
Dang it. Dang it.
So we have concurrence of the first cameo appearance and the first full appearance.
Well, that's annoying. But I'm assuming there's a second print coming.
With her on the cover. I've seen it already.
Yeah, so I don't know that we don't know that it's in this FOC that we're going to be talking about here pretty soon, but it'll be in a future FOC, and when it does, hop on it.
I imagine it will sell more than the cover A.
Yeah, you're probably right. The first print for sure. And he does say, hey, have a good holiday and stay safe. Same to you, Wade, and all our listeners.
Thank you for always writing in, man. Appreciate it.
We appreciate the support. Thank you so much. And now it's time for Hot 10. And if I would have said, you know what, I need to make a Hot 10 that is like right up Kyle's alley, like some of his favorite things over the years, and just give him like Kyle's greatest hits. This would have been it. So
this would have been. So when I say buy what you like, and you'll find commonality in this.
Yes.
This is the proofs in the pudding right there. So, of course, we're going over to our good friends at comicbookinvest.com. We are fighting their Hot 10 for December the 4th, 2020. And, Drew, let's start where we love to start with their number one item. And, of course, that's what we touched on a bit last week. Star Wars, Heir to the Empire, number one. Boy, did we talk about Thrawn. We tried to not be spoilery, but we had to talk about it because we predicted this was going to happen. And sure enough, it did. Heir to the Empire, number one, a record $1,700 newsstand sale, and a $1,500 sale for a regular cover sale has this book going out of control. Whereas the ceiling for this book, the mention of him in last week's Mandalorian, have fans scrambling for his first appearance. Spec for the Blue Man has just started.
Yeah. And so for those of you who like to wait for a show like Mandalorian to finish and then binge it, you probably don't want to listen to our show.
Do not spec on comics and wait, because it's controlling the market on these friggin' Star Wars books.
We watch each and every Friday, and if we don't, we get on each other's butt about not having watched The Mandalorian yet.
Yeah.
Because each and every week, especially this week, which we won't talk about, but it will.
We will. Spoiler alert, I no longer hate Boba Fett.
Yeah, it was a Bobo episode, and it was so good.
Directed by Robert friggin' Rodriguez. They even put the scene straight out of the... Oh, it was so good.
It was so good. It was so much fun. And for Star Wars kids like us, that's the best thing on TV.
Yeah.
It's the best thing on TV, and it rivals some Star Wars movies. So
yeah, 100%.
It's really great. Anyway, that's number one. Star Wars, Heir to the Empire, the Thrawn.
Going absolutely crazy because Thrawn, and it looks like we're going to lead into Thrawn in live action, be it in The Mandalorian or if Ahsoka gets her spinoff, because
and
Ahsoka's looking for Thrawn, which means she may still be looking for Ezra as well. So there's a lot of stuff there. Stuff that Drew does not understand because he's not a real Star Wars fan.
I'm not an animated Star Wars fan. The thing that... Do you think Disney has said, okay, Mandalorian is great, and we'll license some toys, but we're not going to let Marvel write a comic? Because doesn't it make sense there should be a Mandalorian comic?
Well, we've given the reins to this to what's his face?
Favreau?
Yeah, Favreau and Dave Filoni. We've given the reins to them.
Yes.
So you don't want to step on their future.
Yeah.
And you don't want to step on anything they do. So no, I don't want anybody else in this world, because if the comics are specking out with
then they
them,
can do it.
Yes, 100%.
Okay, so wait
when
till
Din Djarin is done with whatever he can do, let's go back to Din Djarin the Foundling. Let's go back to Forge Lady Season 1. Let's go Cara Dune as an ARC Trooper. That's fine.
Only when they're done.
Only when they're done, because if you do too much on this, then we'll know the future, and we won't get our Bill Burr's coming back moments. We won't get our he said Ahsoka moments kind of things. So
yeah, it's been really amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's number one.
Yeah, that was number one. Number two, Young Avengers, number one. By golly, Drew, we hit it again.
Yep.
Collectors have long thought that Haley Steinfeld was cast as Kate Bishop, but we finally got our confirmation this week in the form of a video and various pictures from the set. A 9.8 copy, and those are now selling for between $350 and $400 with Rawls over 125. The Wonder Woman sketch is the rarest of the bunch, and finally the director's cut version is inching towards $100 raw. I might have the director's cut.
The director's cut of what?
Of this number one.
Of this Young Avengers?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
I picked it up somewhere stupid.
We'll have to go Google that. I don't know that one.
Should I sell for $100?
Sure.
Should I put it up for $100 now?
Yeah, you should.
Okay. All right, at rank 3, the Toxic Avenger. Drew, we have a superhero from New Jersey, and he's the Toxic Avenger. Peter Dinklage is cast as an unknown role in a Toxic Avenger movie, and this book goes from 10 to 30 with a wild number of copies moved in the last 3 days on eBay.
Now, yeah, lots of people like this Roger Corman B-movie type stuff. I've never been a fan myself, but it might do something. I don't know.
It was originally super low budge, but they are going hardcore, like pumping tons of money into a Toxic Avenger movie.
Yeah, I know. I watched it when I was younger, and I didn't like it, but I don't like B movies really. I need some production value.
That's right. Rehashing at number 4, Daredevil 25. Prices all over and a second print on the way. Temp costume marketing gimmick. Matt will probably not be gone for too long, which is what we said earlier.
So buy and sell, buy and sell.
Yep, flip it. At rank 5, Doctor Strange, number 384 second print. Doctor Strange 384 second print. The book has jumped from $7 to $30 and $40. Doctor Strange bonds with the Void in similar fashion as Nell does in King in Black. We also get the first staff from the World Tree in this one. Regular cover is going very strong at $30. Also, at $30 also, which also has Strange bonded with the Void on the cover. That is way out of my wheelhouse. They might as well be speaking a different language there.
I don't know what's going on there.
At rank 6, Thrawn number 1, the 1 in 50 Matina. 1 in 50 Matina variant broke out with a $1,010 sale. The book was selling for triple ratio when it first came out and has slowly gone up since then. The regular cover is doing nice at $20. Not his first appearance, but it hits origin story and holds the first appearance of his mentee, Ellie Vanto. Is that his dogs?
What?
Because I love his dogs.
Whose? What?
Thrawn's? Well, that's an old legacy story. Never mind.
No, yeah, Ellie Vanto was the guy that gave him the first job, right?
Yeah. Gotcha. There's awesome stuff for Thrawn, so that's pretty cool. That one's going. I did not go down to the 1 in 50 on that one. At rank 7, Darth Vader number 3. This is, of course, our first appearance of Dr. Aphra, another book from the Star Wars universe that shows no signs of slowing down. All prints, 1 through 4, are selling for highs, with cover A closing in on $100 raw. The 1 in 25, while holding a much higher price tag, is still the crown jewel in the Dr. Aphra crown. I almost circled back to pick up that 1 in 25 for like $40, and I balked. Now I'm mad.
Yep.
At rank 8, Black Panther Annual number 1. Shuri books have not slowed down much, if at all. Another book to add to the list is this book, which features an alternate timeline, future-esque storyline that sees Shuri as Black Panther prior to her first issue. Prices for raw copies have surpassed $50. Official first or not is still up for debate.
Now, do
Just
we worry
don't shoot
about
the messenger, folks?
Do we worry about Shuri because the actress has come out as an anti-vaxxer when there's a pandemic and a virus running rampant? Do you think that the studio is going to be like, well, we can't recast her at this point. Boseman's gone. We're just going to need to shelve Black Panther.
No, there's too much money in the line. Nope. Just tell her, shut up. And
shut up and take your shots?
Yeah. I imagine that's what they'll say, but they may have paperwork involved with that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still a really good plan since they made her the tech guru anyways, which is what I told everybody when Shuri number 1 came out. But I was, it just, yeah.
Yeah, it just took a while.
Yep, took a while. Took a turn I was not expecting.
Yeah.
At rank 9, Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 21, the 1 in 10. eye-popping cover has caught the eye of many Spider-Man fans. It's closing in on triple ratio at $30. The book has the death of Miles' Uncle Aaron, the Prowler, where Miles is now facing similar challenges that Peter Parker had when he lost Uncle Ben. And Drew,
Look at this.
a twofer at rank 10.
Yeah.
Something that we've been specking on since long ago.
Since
And that
2012.
I held on, and I never knew the reason I held on, but now I know the reason I held on. Hawkeye 11 and 1.
Yeah.
1 is the first appearance of Lucky the Pizza Dog, and 11 is one of my favorite issues told from Lucky's perspective. That is somebody else saying that, Chris saying that, but Chris is echoing what I've said for years. Love that. Multiple sales of these issues because one of the set photos of Hawkeye with a dog in the background. 11 does have a second print and a newsstand. I have the second print with Purple Paws, but not the newsstand, which are selling for more.
Yeah, so it's all coming around. It's amazing, you know.
Everything's coming up Millhouse.
We love these so much. The delays killed the momentum.
Yeah,
killed collectability. Even people turned their back on this,
jumping back and forth between AHA and non-AHA versions.
And then these things, the pricing was plummeted. I was able to get this entire set,
which eventually became just fraction being fraction. But at the time, we didn't know that was fraction being fraction.
I was able to get this entire run in a set for less than $1 an issue. And,
I think we paid $11 for issue 1 at that one Columbus Con.
Yeah, so I'm glad I didn't sell them. So
you sold your Lego version though, didn't you?
I might have, yeah.
That Lego variant blew up. But yeah, so excited. Seeing the Clint, Kate, and Lucky going down the stairs of the subway, I was just like, they're doing it.
They're doing the fraction.
I cannot wait to meet the bros. I cannot wait for stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. Now I haven't heard fractions involved in any of this, but it sure seems like it.
Yeah, it seems like it. Following the honorable mentions continue to be, they might as well have been written by me. Kanan number 6. Kanan 6 is the first full appearance of Sabine Wren and Ezra Bridger. Although we could have just as easily pointed to issue number 1, which is the first appearance of Sabine Wren and Ezra Bridger, or 12, first appearance of Admiral Ray Sloan. This series is hot, with collectors clamoring for key books in anticipation of a live-action reveal of these fan-favorite characters.
Now, you were a big fan of Kanan.
I have 2 full runs.
Yeah, you love this. And I was like,
I collected a run, and then I traded for a run just because somebody was making fun of Kanan, and I said, fine, I'll take your whole run for this. And boy, I did. And then I have the collected edition because Marvel marked down like the entire series run in hardcover for like $4, so I bought that.
Yep.
So I have this in triplicate.
That's fantastic.
Because I loved Rebels. I loved Kanan. I think he's a great character. Ezra's a great character. So, I mean,
yeah,
I like it. It's awesome.
This Mandalorian's the new Walking Dead, dude. It just keeps pumping out
the gift that keeps on giving. 100%.
Yeah.
It's just honestly, it's like, why wasn't I a bigger Star Wars nerd?
Yeah.
For comics back in the day.
Yeah,
sucks.
Exactly. Well, there weren't that many. I guess the Dark Horse stuff there was.
Yeah. I know. If our old LCS was still around, they had just Dark Horse Star Wars.
They had tons of Dark Horse, yeah.
It was stupid how much they had just sitting around they didn't want any money for. And in our other honorable mentions, we have Chamber of Chills number 19. Rather than go on a long, winding tangent, I will just say a 5.0 sold in November 2018 for $4,850. This just closed on Comic Link for $7,700. Sound investment when you think that November of 18 this book was already on the upswing.
That's amazing.
So we got yet more death and a girl in a red dress smoking a cigarette. All things you can't really have anymore.
That's fantastic stuff. We also, hot off the presses, we just got our FOC list, and we're excited about that. Kyle, what's happening there?
Of course, the FOC is our final order cutoff. It's our last ability to order a few things from our retail establishments and say, hey, I may not have got to you at previews, but by golly, I got to you at FOC. Make sure that thing is in my pull box. Get me 2 more, and make sure I get that cover C, because now I've seen the artwork. Those are all things that we can do thanks to the FOC, and thanks to our good friend Eric at Cowabunga, who curates a wonderful list of all the items available for FOC. We get him our DC once before 6 o'clock on Sunday, and our everything else once before 6 o'clock on Monday. If you want a curated list of all things offered on FOC, reach out to our friends at Cowabunga. And if your LCS does not offer an FOC, which I know a lot of them don't because they're lazy, Cowabunga can hook you up. When Eric sends you these emails, he pulls a few things, plucks them to the top, and says, hey, check these out. Drew and I were kicking back the prices of this, but we're going to talk about them anyways. A few things that Eric's pulled out is the Future State Dark Detective #1 of a 4-issue series. We've got the Wonder Woman 1984 Stanley Art Germ cardstock variant, $7 retail book here, Drew.
Yeah.
We're happy about that, but boy, is that a good-looking cover. That almost looks photo-ish, but we know Art Germ does it right. We also have Future State Kara Zor-El Superwoman #1, the Alex Garner cover B. Ugh, that looks amazing as well. A $5 book. Still get your discounts if you order ahead of time. Man, that's awesome. But why are all these Future States are expensive? It's ticking me off. He's pulling out Crossover #3, the cover B McFarlane cover. It's got our boy Spawn on it.
Yeah.
So we're crossing over with Spawn. From Image, That Texas Blood trade paperback #1, and the best and most awesome thing Image does, trade paperback #1, $9.99.
Yeah.
Jump in, read everything for super cheap. If you don't like it, hand it to a friend when you're done. You can get it for $6 if you order ahead of time. Marvel with The Eternals #1, Karen Gillan writing that. Esad Ribic on the art for cover A. King in Black, Gwenom versus Carnage #1, a 3-issue series from the King in Black series with a girl Gwenom on the cover. Can't beat that. King in Black, Planet of the Symbiotes #1, another 3-issue series. Tony Moore on the cover there. Awesome. And the other thing that's the big thing to check out here on the FOC, Star Wars High Republic #1. Cavan Scott writing this, Phil Noto on here. I bought 4 of the different covers on this just because we're going to probably have some first appearances. This is 200 years before Phantom Menace, Drew.
Yeah. I think we're definitely going to have some first appearances here.
Yeah. And I think we're going to have a just stupid print run.
And we assume they're going to end up on the silver screen, correct?
Yeah, because we've heard that one of the things that they were doing was wanting to do an Old Republic TV show or an Old Republic movie. I can't remember if it was a movie or TV show that they were wanting to do.
So you don't think High Republic will be the next trilogy?
It may be. I've heard that, and I've heard TV show or heard series. So either one would be awesome.
Either one would be awesome. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what Eric has to say. Let's see what's going on in our neck of the woods. We've got what Kyle mentioned earlier is these future states. They are price gouging the heck out of us for some reason on these. They're 2-issue and 4-issue miniseries that are $2, $3, $4 over cover, normal cover. I don't get it. Why? And maybe they're extra long, extra pages. I don't know. Probably not. We're probably getting a couple extra pages, and we're paying $6 for the Batman, $7 for the Batman cover B, $7 for the Batman cover C. Come on. Why? I mean, all these cover. If you want B's and C's, you're paying a premium for them. And the cover A's aren't easy, They're all at a premium as well. So the idea of, hey, DC's doing this fun thing. Well, let's go all in. Let's go all in and read all their stuff that they're doing this future state on. Well, they're not going to make that easy for you, okay?
No,
Because
they're not.
they're charging you through the nose for the pleasure of reading this event of theirs, and it's a bummer.
Yeah.
But I'm still intrigued.
They're not
Just-
even showing us things like
Just
I
not
want to
all
see
in.
this Gary Frank Harley Quinn. They're not going to show me.
Yeah, so I'm not going to do a lot of them. We're going to do a few.
You don't want Dan Moore as cover A of Batman?
I don't know. I really don't.
Looks
I really
really
don't.
good.
I'm sure
Price
it
is
is.
stupid, but boy, that looks good.
I don't know that I want. I don't know. I don't know how many I'm gonna read or buy. I know I'm not gonna be all in now. I know I'm not gonna read them all.
No.
I'm gonna pick and choose some that I want to sample. Probably will just do cover A's because cover B's and C's are ridiculous. And they lost out on opportunity for me to really embrace this. Like we did with like a Villains Month or whatever in the past.
I'm getting different links whenever I click a link. I'm getting actually the link below it on a few things, so I think a few things are messed up with our sheet here.
Okay. Yeah. What else is DC offering? They have American Vampire 1976, the 4th issue of the 9-issue series, the 2nd issue of Batman Catwoman, which came out and did pretty well supposedly.
We'll never
really know. We've got a Joelle Jones trade paperback that I cannot get a link to, but I'm curious as to what that is. Is that just all the stuff she did for Batman and Catwoman? I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm guessing
Probably.
as well. Yeah, none of my links are right. They're all way wrong.
What about the Future State stuff? Is that right?
All wrong.
Because that is a Batman Dark Detective. Is that just the wrong cover?
It's just the wrong cover.
Okay. Well, look for corrected FOC in the future. Like I said, this is hot off the presses. Then we have Rorschach's 4th issue.
Mm-hmm.
That's been fun. I like I've read the first 2 of those. It's been good.
Oh yeah.
But that's all I had for DC.
Yeah, same here. I mean, if you're in for Future State, it's a heck of a week. If you're not, it's a heck of a week.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And I would have endorsed this and probably picked something out of this as my guaranteed pick, but no, not now. I'm mad.
I'm not going to take it anymore.
Nope.
Down in the Dark Horse, we have Avatar Next Shadow #1. We're probably going to get a lot of Blue Cat stuff because they're making like 3 more movies. So we're going to follow our good friend Jake Sully and his adventures.
We're going to finally follow up Avatar.
Which has been unobtainium for a long time.
How long has it been since the first one?
Decade? I mean, 3D TVs were a big fad because of it, so that was a decade.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was cool in the theater.
Yes,
I did
really
enjoy
liked
it.
Oh yeah.
But did you ever watch it again?
Nope, never once.
I never once watched it again.
We talked about the Tracer book coming out for Overwatch from Dark Horse. We're already, if you jumped on and liked it, jump on FOC here to make sure you add it.
Yeah.
That's some cool looking D&D covers for the Stranger Things.
Looking for C? Am I looking at C?
C wasn't what I thought it would be. Maybe it's D. Yeah, it's D. Which, when you click D, the book actually says variant C, so tough to tell.
Yeah, that's another module. Not one that I can remember off the top of my head.
Down into IDW. Kanto with its penultimate book of its second incantation.
Huh.
We got like to look at these Star Wars Adventures books coming out from IDW as well, because boy, everything's blowing up. We haven't had Wookiees do much, but we are join the Wookiees of Kashyyyk for part 1 of a special Life Day celebration here.
Kyle, the Transformers are escaping from looks like a world war.
Ooh.
Cybertron is descending into a state of war. This is new canon, right?
I would imagine so, because we were, in my OG canon, we were there as Cybertron was dying.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Did you say there's anything in Star Wars Adventures? Did you not see anything there?
Yeah, there's some Wookiee stuff.
Wookiee stuff, okay.
So what is going on? Did you read Crossover?
I didn't.
I didn't either. I was hoping you could tell me what's going on with it.
No, and Donny Cates is losing his mind over this third issue with McFarlane cover and Spawn pulling Spawn into it. So it's probably going to be something. I don't have enough knowledge because I didn't read it. I don't even understand the concept of the book. I was hoping
you would tell me if it was what I thought it was.
It was one of those I was going to get to, and I never got around to reading it.
Yeah.
Because I had to read Firepower, which is on its 7th issue, and a very good series. I'm 2 behind on Nailbiter Returns. Got to catch up
on
there.
That, but I really like that. Yeah.
Yep. Then of course we have 4 issues of Walking Dead 6 that I must get.
Your cover B being the OG.
Yeah. As we get into Marvel, what is that Captain America facsimile of? There's 2. It looks like there's 2 Captain America facsimiles. I'm not getting covers on either one of them. Damn it.
Captain America 117 from 1968.
Is that the first Falcon?
I would say that's the Falcon, yeah.
Okay. And then the 354 is Vigilante.
John Walker, Vigilante Super Patriot.
Super Patriot. Okay.
And that's probably because they were rebooting Super Patriot or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Do I need the first Falcon? Maybe. I definitely don't need the first Super Patriot. No. But I'm going to think about the facsimile.
Yeah.
That's kind of neat.
Let's check out what our boy Boss Logic is doing with internals. Very cool. Not going to blow up as much as that one did, though.
Wow, there's a lot of Eternals.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten about that.
J. Scott Campbell. Hey, strong work.
Woo. Yeah, so how much
there are a lot. There's way more than holy crap on a cracker.
I wonder if the Alex Ross, at cover is the way to go.
That Super Log one is a really cool one.
Or none. Steer clear. I don't know.
Yeah. Frank Cho. Something's going to be underordered.
Yeah.
As a friggin' shop, how do you order when there's 40 covers?
Well.
Oh crap! That Boss Logic's $50.
You pre-sale the big ones, and then that pays for the rest of the run.
But okay, so you pre-sell.
You pre-sell your 1 in 1,000, and then because you bought a 1 in 1,000 and you've already sold it, you break it even, and then you get to sell all the 500s and the 100s and the 50s at pure profit.
I get that, but regular priced items that aren't ratioed.
Oh yeah,
there's still 30 to choose from.
Yeah.
And be we're going to order extra on this Gonzalez because we think people will love these fairies on the front.
I mean, okay, let's say you got 1,000 to choose from, right?
Yeah.
So I think you're going to go with your gut, right? And what you like, and get some
Every
of all
artist
of them.
I've ever known. So it's just like, boy,
You're
there's
going to get
Alex
some
Ross.
of all of them.
Boy, there's J. Scott Campbell. Boy, there's Greg Land. Boy, there's Peach Momoko. They're all there.
Yeah. So you'll do them all, and then you'll go heavy on the heavy hitters.
They're all heavy hitters. It's literally everybody that does covers.
Okay, but you're going to get more Alex Ross than you're going to get Greg Land.
Mm-hmm. But
Well,
you're probably going to get more J. Scott Campbell.
You're going to get less Ron Lim. You're going to get less Simonson. You're going to get less Scotty Young. Ribic. Well, you might get a lot of Ribic. I don't know. You're right. It's a challenge.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're not going to get very many of this Quesada variant. Of Joe Quesada variant. Come on now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And like I just said, I was like, oh, I really like the Super Log. I would never think to get that, but it's a really awesome cover.
Yeah.
Too many of them. There'll be a quarter. Don't buy anything.
Is that how you do it?
Yeah, I'm
You
mad.
just,
Too
well, there's going to be tons, and they'll just sit in somebody's back room for a long time.
Yeah, I'm mad now. Don't buy anything. King in Black, Gwenham versus Carnage. Our good boy Ryan Brown doing a variant on it. That's cool. Always super nice at C2E2.
Who is?
Ryan Brown.
Oh, yeah, he was great.
He's awesome. So, if I was picking a King in Black, Gwenham versus Carnage, I would pick Ryan Brown.
Yeah, very cool. Because he's nice.
He's a good dude. Ooh, Art Jermon Black Valkyries.
I hate when they don't do the give us the picture of the Christopher action figure variant.
Yeah.
What if this is Thrawn?
Oh.
What if this is Thrawn? What if this is Thrawn? They might, but I can't tell.
They've been doing weird characters lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dirty. It's Chris Sprouse. He's not who normally does the. Or no, links are screwed up. Never mind.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So do they show you another link?
No, they're not. They're still not showing the
garbage. Come on, I need more.
That's right, John Tyler Christopher. Get on it.
Okay, I don't know if I even follow him on Twitter. I'm gonna have to follow him. Maybe he shows his covers.
That's where I'm heading right now.
Are you really?
Yes.
Now, when we get to this, that we have Star Wars High Republic, and Eric's already highlighted it. You've said you've already pre-ordered several. I was waiting until now.
Wow. Don't.
So
okay. So here's the thing: is I love Old Republic. I love KOTOR. I love those games. I love Revan and all that stuff. Yeah. That's not this timeline. So I'm not getting my old characters back.
Right. This is before the trilogy.
This is 200 years before Phantom Menace. KOTOR is 2,000 years before those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is new old characters.
These characters are still down.
Do you do the 1 in 10? Or the 1 in 25?
I balked on any ratio.
Okay.
But I didn't get a look at him at the time.
Yeah.
And I didn't go blind.
Well, I can't see the Hans.
No, I saw the concept art, and I thought it was cool, but I did not go with that.
Yeah, I can't see any Hans, Blanche.
I went ahead and got the Hans blind because it was standard price.
Yeah.
I got that.
The Anadito has some characters on the cover.
I got 2 A's, a B, and a D or whatever. So that's what I chose to do.
But we don't have those covers visible.
Correct.
So that's a tough one. I don't know what I'm getting. I'm going to get something there.
Yeah. I wish I'd have got another. Throw me in for one more cover eye.
Another cover eye?
Another cover eye. I like a 3-pack of things.
And the Anadito's not bad. Not great, but it wasn't bad. But then you're suggesting don't get the $10 one, even though some of the other $10 1 in 10 Star Wars things have gone crazy, and the 1 in 25s have gone crazy.
I'm not saying don't. I'm saying I didn't.
You wouldn't do that. Now, I don't. The $40 one for sure. I'm not gonna pull the trigger on that. I don't have those cojones. But the $10 is tempting.
Yeah.
You've pulled the trigger on some $10.
100%. And I find it very worth it normally. But yeah, pick it. Do the $10. Everybody who's listening, get it. Concept variant. I mean, you always want a Twi'lek with armor on, so just do it.
You have a picture of that one?
Yes, I have a picture of the Blanche Kennedy concept variant. You have a Twi'lek with some sort of weird hood, and then could be. Shoot, I'm blanking on the race that my boy Maul is. I think that's one of his archetypes as well. Oh well.
But yeah, definitely don't sleep on this, because there's going to be first appearances of characters, and you're going to have to sit on them until you see them on a screen somewhere.
Yep.
So
or
grab
until
a couple.
there is one singular rumor that this is going to align with the next series.
Yeah. Let's see. Anything happening in Thor 11? We've got a knock headshot variant, a Klein variant for $40. Daniel Warren Johnson variant.
Zabrak. That's what Maul's a Zabrak. Sorry. Okay. It just hit me.
So it's a great Thor versus Dinosaur cover for 11, and of course Donny Cates is, seems to be doing no wrong anywhere. It looks like he's fighting Alien on cover B. Does that not look like from the Alien movie?
Oh, a xenomorph?
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's the versus Aliens cover. Yeah. Daniel Warren Johnson, Marvel versus Alien cover. So it is 100% a xenomorph.
Which is an interesting concept, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's going to have value. We've got Stegman on Venom 32, which is a great cover, and there's a sketch version that's out of reach.
I like that Alien, Marvel vs. Alien cover. That's really cool. By our boy Ryan Brown.
Where's that at?
So it's Venom 32 right there, under the V's, and the very first one is the Brown Marvel vs. Alien cover.
Oh, okay, I see it.
Those characters look cool enough together that's really neat.
Yeah, that is great. So that's something, though, that if you're going to do it, you want the whole pack, right? You want the whole set.
Yep.
So are they all out just this week, or are they out all month?
I didn't pay enough attention, but I assume the month.
Yeah. So, yeah, probably doesn't make sense just to grab one unless you just want it.
Yeah.
To flip it, you're probably going to want a couple.
Maybe.
As we slide down into Boom, unless you weren't done,
Nope.
up there.
I was done.
There's a Last Witch first issue. Also has a Momoko incentive for $50 and a Corona B cover. But Last Witch is a Boom book by
That's
Connor.
awesome, Peach Momoko. That's an amazing Peach Momoko cover.
Yeah, you gotta pay for it though. And it's the cover is the guy who did Middle West with Scotty Young. So
Jorge. Is
Corona.
that Jorge for Corona? Yeah.
Yeah, Corona. So
Gotta be careful saying that.
some stuff there.
Power Rangers goes to a third print? Come on now. You're lying to me.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
I feel like I've as the president and founder of the Tom Taylor fan club, I feel like I've really let him down on Seven Secrets because I haven't. I read the first issue and then I'm fallen off. So
Can't we just say it's good because we'll more than likely be correct?
Oh, I read the first issue and it was good.
Yeah.
I just stopped reading and I'm behind. I'm not just the president. I'm also a member.
That's right. But man, that's a chock full FOC, guys.
Yeah, there's a lot of
So I
decisions.
highly recommend it, especially just if you forgot your Star Wars.
Yeah.
They might all be gone. I mean, I don't say that to be that guy, but
Yeah.
it's kind of a no-brainer.
But if you're like me and you put off buying some of these because you wanted to wait to see the covers, well, still not going to see all the covers.
Still
So
not going to see. At some point, blind faith is required.
That habit, I mean, that was a great selling point for the FOC. So we need to get back. If these more and more of these start going, image not shown, then FOC has less value to me.
Yes.
You know, if I can't even see what the cover is or see what's going on, and make a last minute decision, and that's a kind of a bummer. But anyway, lots of good stuff here and exciting choices. And gosh, DC, I really wanted to support Future State, and you making it hard.
You're greedy.
Yeah,
bad people.
Why would you do that? I
guess
maybe there was so much interest. They said, well, we can actually make some money here. So many people really want to do this, or nobody's going to buy this, so we need to make as much as we can.
Or it's Convergence 2.0.
Which we don't want. We definitely don't want that. Yeah. All right, let's shoot over to our good friends at Comics Heating Up, who are taking and compiling the cover price top 20 from eBay hot sellers. Kyle, you want the top 10 or the bottom 10?
Take the top 10 at rank 1. Champions #1, the second print from this year, 2020. This market loves second printings. Apparently, this is even more so, and Kamala is all over the cover. 40 copies moving. $35 for a raw on that one. They are also beating the drum for Star Wars Heir to the Empire #1. The first appearance of Thrawn is officially a super expensive book. He's been rumored to appear for a while, so we all had plenty of time to find a copy. But this week's name drop on The Mandalorian confirms his potential appearance. When and how is unknown. It could really be a while. However, this week it sold 98 copies on the secondary market, with a CGC 9.8 going for a cool $1,000.
Ha! That's great.
Yeah. At rank 3, Marvel Spotlight 9, the Director's Edition. I'm going to include at rank 4, Marvel Spotlight 9, the newsstand version. Both of them over $200. Crazy.
All about Mr. E.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the Mr. E or Mr. E. At rank 5, Star Wars Thrawn #1. So here's a spoiler. Thrawn was name dropped in the most recent episode, causing spikes in his first appearance.
Not the most
in
recent.
Heir to the Empire. And in his solo series. Yeah, as of today, not the most recent. But that moved only 17 copies, but still $25 for a raw on that Thrawn series.
Yeah.
Last Ronin, continuing to go crazy, $9,890. Go Turtles. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. At rank 7, Star Wars Dr. Aphra, #6. The Jen Bartel 1 in 25. Man, what a gorgeous cover, which is something we all need. Moving 18 copies, $180 for a raw on that one. That is a cool looking cover. DC Nation presents Future State #1, the retailer Black Border variant. Future State is going to be packed with first appearances and potential key characters for the DC down the road. With that anticipation, collectors recognize that this issue could be a very key issue, and it features some of the most of them in this local comic shop day one-shot. The one per store Black Border variant moved 56 copies. Every single shop is flipping theirs on the secondary market. $80 for a raw copy of that thing.
Nuts.
New Avengers 9 from 2016 with the American Kaiju appearing in the King in Black crossover plan of the symbiote storyline. His first appearance in this issue becomes instantly hot, moving 23 copies, $25 for Raw, and $40 for a CGC 9.6. And Star Wars Kanan #1. Heads up, this is going to be a rather spoilery on the most episode of The Mandalorian. Not the most recent, but the one from the previous week. This episode delivers on a highly anticipated appearance. With no official confirmation or preview, this appearance brought some validity to all the other rumors, including a possible introduction of Sabine Wren and Kanan at some point. This first issue, which features a first cameo appearance of Sabine, sold 34 copies, $245 for a CGC 9.8. You know why that is, Drew? Because Sabine and Ahsoka went out together to look for Ezra and Thrawn. So we got confirmation that Thrawn, who was with Ezra, and we've seen Ahsoka, who was at one point with Sabine. And Sabine is a Mandalorian, which is the name of the show.
That's fantastic. Exciting stuff. You don't have to watch the cartoons, though, to enjoy Star Wars.
You do if you want to get the most out of it.
Yeah, I know. At number 11, we have Star Wars number 68 from 1983.
Spoiler alert, this is going to be even bigger next week.
Yes, this issue reintroduces Boba Fett, which includes his origin and the first appearance of the Mandalorians. If you haven't heard, the Mandalorian is pretty hot. It sold 11 copies and had a high sale of $1,400 for a 9.8. Next week, it'll be $2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's an amazing one. I'm sure I've had a Star Wars 68 in my hand at some point. And why did I not keep it? I don't.
Because I keep telling you how I hate Boba Fett and he's an overrated character and nobody that.
Yeah.
But then after this week's Mandalorian, I love him.
He's awesome. He's really awesome. Amazing Spider-Man 53, the 1 in 10 Hickey variant. This is Miles. Looks like Miles on the cover. 33 copies moved. $25 a raw. Something is Killing Children. The local comic shop day foil. 30 copies sold. High sale of $79 for CGC. How is it turned around as a 9.8 already?
This is pre-order, so I don't know if we just saw the check mark beside it as a 9.8 or what. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts. Spectacular Spider-Man number 9 from 1977.
Wow.
This is the first appearance of White Tiger. It's recently announced that actor Tenek Huerta will be the villain in Black Panther 2. While it was not revealed who he will play, speculation has favored White Tiger, hence the spike in price. Sold 13 copies.
Can you be a character called White Tiger in 2020?
I don't know. We'll see. Moon Knight number 1 continues to stay in the top 20, but falling slightly from 1980. While it hasn't officially been confirmed that Oscar Isaac will play the role, it has in my mind. Most big news sources are stating it is the fact. The first issue quickly became the most accessible key first Moon Knight book, sending prices on a steady upward climb. But it only sold 18 copies this week, including a $500 sale for a 9.8.
Hey.
Hulk 181, about this Wolverine character who's been around for quite some time. It sold for a 9.2, sold for $7,600.
That's crazy because I heard his first appearance was in Hulk 180.
Yeah, right? Yeah. This is who you ask. The first Star Wars from 1977.
I have this. It's
I have
probably a 6.4.
It's probably a 2.1. With every other...
Should I still sell it?
I think you should just put it on the wall. Yeah. I guess, if you get the right price for it, right? This first issue sold 19 copies. A high sale of over $500 for CGC 9.6. Amazing 53, the Miles cover, another Miles cover. Batgirl 50, that was a big one. The Middleton variant sold for $80 for a 9.8. And Spawn number 1 continues to sell from 1992. CGC 9.8 sold for $140. So, fantastic stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
And now I believe it's time for us to go to our sneak peek and start with UCS.
Yeah, sneak peek next week. We're going to head over to UCS Comic comicsdistributors.com/new releases. See what's coming out on December the 8th. And start with American Vampire, 1976, the 3rd issue. Not interested. But we do have at Batman 104 a really cool Barbara Gordon 1 in 25. Always like a good Barbara Gordon cover.
Oh, Kyle, before we get too far into UCS, I heard that Naomi is now coming to the CW.
Uh-huh.
Ava DuVernay is doing the directing, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It was hot there for a while.
Yes.
The Bendis book. If we hadn't sold them then, when do we sell them?
You should have sold them then. They were huge.
Yeah. If we didn't, for whatever reason. Wait for the show to come out? Casting?
Casting. My favorite time to sell is casting.
Casting. Okay. And it's a CW show, so could be crap by the time it comes out.
Could be
right?
crap, but
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So look for Naomi to make an appearance on the top 20s and top 10s in the future.
DC's Very Merry Multiverse #1. Joy to All 52 Worlds. So we got some different versions of different characters as well in this one. So
those are great covers. No,
Batman Christmas by Gaslight by John Layman.
Where's that at?
And part of the DC Very Merry Multiverse.
Oh, okay. I was like, where is this?
Ugh. Don't eat Sour Patch Kids on the podcast.
Endless Winter Special #1. It's a Superman book by Andy Landing, Ron Mars, Phil Hester, Andy Parks, Francis Manapul, Raphael Grassetti. Looks like a good book. Mm-hmm. It's a one shot, be fun, and get in, get out. Josh Middleton continues to crush it on the Wonder Woman B covers.
Same thing with Lee Bermejo on the Detectives 10-32 cover.
Yeah, that's a fantastic.
Really good.
I mean, that's a really just like amazing cover.
Yeah, that's throw it on the wall just because it looks darn good.
Yeah, him and at a crime scene. I mean, you don't. And why haven't we seen more of those? That's just a great concept, right?
Mm-hmm. Bullet casing, sheet over, and then just world's greatest detective, and you can just see everything going through the head.
It's pretty awesome. Some good stuff there.
Yeah. It's all for me.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Heading over to previewsworld.com. New releases December the 9th start in Image.
Yeah, we've got that Homesick Pilots, summer of '94. Good year. Got married that year. And it's got, looks like, oh wait, it's Power Rangers meets The Shining. Yeah, that's right. I remember that now. Yeah, I did not like that concept.
Yeah. Okay, here we have your Savage Dragon 252 third print, which is your purple Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
And here we have your Savage Dragon 253 second print, which is your confirmation presidential victory one.
Yeah. Which one's going to be better? I'm going to go with the Biden-Harris.
And I will be purchasing Charlie Brown.
Well, I got the second print of the Charlie Brown.
Yeah, me too.
I just didn't get the third print. It's played out. If it would have been a different Charlie Brown cover, I would have been.
Or even a different saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Down to Dark Horse.
Did we talk about Wonder Woman coming to HBO Max? It's the same date as the.
Yeah, it's Christmas. And then everything is coming to HBO Max.
yeah, and now we've heard that like the entire slate of movies for 2021 are going to be day and date in the cinema.
Dune is.
Yeah, there's some big names. That what is it? King Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah.
That'll be sweet. Now, I mean, I feel bad for the cinema, but that's sweet for us HBO Maxers.
I feel bad for movie theaters. I don't feel bad for cinema.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Is that too highbrow for you?
Correct.
Don't call it cinema. It's just a movie theater.
No. But I don't feel bad for the big movie industry. The $400 million on advertising. The inflated.
Yeah.
Could care less. Yeah. I feel bad for cinemas and cinema workers and the cinema experience. But, everything should be a 10-episode Disney Plus show. And I will be happy.
There you go.
Last Ronin, #1, going to a second print. Another bite at the $9 apple.
Oh, yeah. They didn't knock any money off that, did they?
Nope.
We talked about the Mountainhead appearance from October of 2019. Holy moly.
Down into Marvel, where we have some Spider-Mans, some Avengers that are non-Khonshu-ish.
Do we think Heroes at Home is it's interesting.
It's a one-shot, don't go out into the COVID.
Yeah.
I think most of this stuff, I think it's essentially just taking the covers and putting them into one book. But that's,
it's not. No, okay. It's not stories about pandemics.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. We have Droopy McCool as the action figure variant for Star Wars #9.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we don't want to buy these sight unseen, folks. Because it's Droopy McCool.
Nobody wants to get home with the Droopy McCool.
No, that would not be any fun. We got to pay attention to these Star Wars though, because you just never know they're gonna walk across, who's gonna make an appearance. It's money on the table.
Yeah, same thing with Venom 31. Who knows?
Yeah. I think that's all I had for Marvel.
Yeah. I'm all the way down into our others. Tell me if you make it down there.
I'm there.
Okay, Bite Size #1, our boy Colin Bunn writing for Artists, Writers, and Artisans for the Upshot storyline. When two young siblings excitedly unwrap their final Christmas presents, they discover toy robots, unlike anything they'd ever seen, and with good reason. What the kids and their parents don't know is that their quaint suburban home just became the beachhead for these self-aware bots that have begun to explore the outside world. And when one of the bots breaks bad, it's going to take a Christmas miracle to stop him.
You do like Colin Bunn.
I do like robots in disguise.
Yep.
And I do like the writing with all of these AWA books.
Yeah, they're all very solid.
However, aside from the first one, they haven't really made money.
Yeah, exactly.
This Frost Giant Saucer, that's Conan World, right?
I think so, yeah.
Nice little Peach Momoko cover, though.
Well, it's a rough one, man. A real rough week for me.
Yeah, as far as specking is concerned.
I guess I'm gonna have to like. I think I'm assuming you're done with the bottom half of the right
Yeah, because yeah,
because there's really nothing in the back half that I can see that's specking. So if you're throwing it to me, I'm going to go with the Lear Bermejo Detective Comics 1032.
awesome cover.
Just because it's cover only. It's an amazing cover. It's an extra buck, and it's Kyle's rubbed off on me and get angry about paying extra for comics, but this is just a fantastic cover, and I like Lee Bermejo's work, and so I'm going to go with Detective Comics 1032, the cover B, Lee Bermejo cardstock variant.
Yep, and I have already done Last Ronin, so I'll not be doing Last Ronin again. Let's go with Bite Size #1 from Artists, Writers, and Artisans with our boy Colin Bunn writing a neat little story that I cannot wait to check out.
Yeah.
Perhaps more fun than Profit, but by golly, that's why we like comics too.
And in a week like this, it stands out, so it might have a shot.
Yep. If you're in the shop, pick it up. It's got to be a good read.
Yep.
All right, Drew. I want to thank everybody for tagging along with us at this Comics for Fun and Profit. Thank you for tagging along with Drew and myself. If you said, guys, you missed this item this week, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. This is what you wanted. Be part of the podcast. Catch us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I think Drew's dancing on TikTok. Occasionally you can find him there too. So hit us up there. Be part of the podcast. Throw in your 2 cents. What do you think the big book is this week? Or are we right to be a little off this week? Tell us if you're riding the Star Wars wave or what you're doing. If you're pulling out childhood books that are in a 2.0 format or grading and putting them up just because they're going for a cool Benjamin a pop, let us know. Be part of the podcast. We thank you so much for sticking around with us this long. For Drew and for myself, see ya.